Alright, good evening, or should I say good night, because it is 11:35 right now. Let me put into this one. Yeah, you can see right here, well, here, 11:39 and 10 seconds and counting. Hell yeah, brother. Right. If I remember the last episode, we got attacked by Castor, though the threat of Castor didn't linger too long. We did confront her, mainly of course with Saber, but as she was about to kill Shiro, or as Castor was about to kill Shiro, an unknown man appeared. I know his name. He's clad in golden armor, but I'm not going to say it right now. But he is apparently from a different war, or should I say the previous war, because Artoria does know him. We don't know his name still, but yeah, he also killed Castor easily. Alright, I think we got patched up, and then now I think we're gonna go to the church, if I'm correct. Right. I wake up alone. Even if she has recovered, Saber still has to sleep periodically. Saber went to bed right away after that. I went to bed too to relieve Saber. That was an hour ago. It's past midnight. I'll be able to sneak out without Saber or Tosaka finding out now. I don't know if we have any more choices remaining in this day. Or should I say what's remaining of this day. We go out without making a sound. I thought about using the bicycle, but it'd be a problem if I wake them up by doing so. I guess I'll walk there. Got the ominous music going on. There's no one around. Even if it's midnight, the silence is abnormal. The air is frozen and I can't sense life from any of the buildings. On the other hand, I feel a contradictory heat under the road as if there's a whirlpool of something black. Has something happened to the town in the few days I was held at Ilia's place? Feels like ill omens are everywhere. That probably is the case. Oh shit. What fell? My headset. Nice.
気のせいじゃないよな。
I look up at the mountain in the distance. The Ryudo temple, which is far away from the city, just looks like a black lump from here. It's just that seems like it's throbbing along with the night wind. A pet project of Castor, even though she's dead. I crossed the dark river and walked to Shinto.
そうか。あれからもう10日経ってるのか。
2 days since we've been to civilization. That night I first met Saber and walked on this bridge with Tosaka seems like a long time ago. I see the church. I've never been to the church. Even though I told Tosaka that, I do have a connection to this church. I was supposed to be entrusted to the church and adopted somewhere later.
エミヤの家か。あの教会か。思えばとんでもない分かれ道だったんだな。
A decade ago, all the children in the hospital were orphans, and they were all temporarily entrusted to the church. I was the only one of them adopted from the hospital. That must be why. I felt kind of guilty and unconsciously avoided the church. That's why I told Tosaka it was my first time visiting a church on the night 11 days ago. 11 days in game. Shit, man. Alright. I think, if I remember correctly, at least from the story of Beat Zero near the end, I'm pretty sure you are lucky, Shiro. I think I remember unfathomable things happening to those children. And I think we'll learn about that actually in Heaven's Feel. At least in that route. I don't think we'll really know about it in Unlimited Blade Works. Anyways, the lights in the church are still on. I don't like that priest, but there's something I need to ask him.
さ、行くぞ。
I take a deep breath and go through the heavy doors.
Kotomine 神父、いるか？
I keep on walking while I call out. I can't sense anyone in the chapel. Even though the lights are on, it's so big and quiet that I feel more afraid than I would in complete darkness.
おい、誰かいないのか？
I mean, it is a bit uncanny. There's no reply. I can't go in any farther, so maybe I should give up and go home for tonight. Huh? I instantly turn around to sound. Or turn toward the sound.
こんな時間に何の用だ？
I got big questions, buddy. The sudden encounter leaves me speechless.
夜も更けた。あとは眠るだけだったのだが、その顔では懺悔の真似事でもしたかったと見えるな。エミヤシロ。
Confession. Kotomine says so and returns to the door he emerged from.
いや、待ってくれ。あんたに聞きたいことがあってきた。
そんなことは分かっている。時間外だからといって訪れたものを追い返すことなどせん。
So saying, Kotomine opens the door to the back of the chapel.
ついてこい。話といっても聖杯戦争の件だろ。そんな血生臭い話をここでするわけにもいかん。
Kotomine disappears into the back without waiting for my reply. I've come this far, so I can't go back empty-handed. I renew my determination not to be intimidated by Kotomine and follow him. Oh, hey!
外もすごかったけど、中も凝ってるっていうか。
I mean, honestly... Oh, not... damn it. Not history. Graphic, there you go. It is really lovely, I will say. Does give me a few ideas that I might wanna film inside of, I don't know, maybe a church or something. But I don't think I would want to do that. Unless it's a really beautiful church. Is this a courtyard? There's a park and a passageway that seems too elegant for Kotomine to live in alone.
何をしている？話をするのならこちらに来い。
The priest turns yet another corner.
くそ、本当に待ったなしなんだな、あいつ。
Nigga, hurry up! You're taking too long, that's what's happening. I follow him complaining. The church is like a small maze, so I have to follow him obediently. Oh, there you go. What is this? Got a good old table, nice furniture, interesting lamp posts. It's like angels. I don't like the shadowing. Oh man, that is actually pretty nice. I'm guessing that big hole there is a vent. The painting could be bigger, but whatever. It's a modest room made out of stone. This inelegant room seems to be Kotomine's. What, he just sleeps in the sofa?
もてなすものの一つもないが許せ。
Ah, man, I've run out of alcohol. An absolute travesty. How dare you run this church like this? Next time I come back, there better be wine. Kotomine says so while sitting down. Is this the faint smell of wine? You must really like it if the smell is lingering in this room.
どうした？話があるのではなかったか？そこでほうけられていても迷惑だが。
誰もほうけてなんかいない。この部屋が意外だったから驚いていただけで。 すぐに要件を済ませて帰る。
Shiro, you gotta chill the fuck out, man.
それは何より。私も子供に付き合うほど暇ではない。
Yeah,
質
okay,
問
fuck
は
you
手
too.
短にしてもらおう。
As expected, I hate this guy. It feels like he can read my mind, and I feel intimidated when I talk to him.
それで話は何だ、エミヤシロ。一応教えられることは全て教えたつもりだが。
嘘つけ。あんたは知ってたはずだ。親父がセイバーのマスターだったこと、最後に聖杯を壊しちまったことを。あんたは聖杯を管理してる監
Why are
督
you
役なんだ
prancing
から。
around us like him?
ほう、セイバー自身がそう言ったのか。
ああ、前回の聖杯戦争はそうして終わったって聞いた。
The priest sinks into silence as if pondering.
サーバントが前回の記憶を受け継いでいるというのは異常だ。セイバーは故障しているのか、それともあのセイバーそのものが異常なのか。何にせよ通常のサーバントとは言えないな。英霊は記憶など持たない。過去、現在、未来、いかなる時代にも呼び出される連中に記憶があっては矛盾が生じる。奴らにあるものは生前の記録だけだ。死後英霊となってからの出来事は一切記憶されないはずだが。
The priest ponders as he must not assent to the fact. I see. He doesn't know that Saber isn't a complete heroic spirit yet, so he's having trouble understanding. No, not next. Wait, why is it in Japanese? No. Torushi. Okay, whatever.
いや、それが違うんだ。セイバーは他のサーバントとは事情が違うらしい。
事情が違う？なるほど。わざわざ訪れた要件はそれか。いいだろう。話してみろ。
I don't like his haughty attitude, but this is no time to oppose him. I don't like it, but this priest might give me some answers.
それが、セイバーは死んでないらしいんだ。あいつはまだ英霊になる契約をしていない。死の淵であいつが願ったのが聖杯を手に入れることで、その代償として英霊になることを認めたとか。だからあいつはまだ死んだわけじゃないんだ。聖杯を手に入れるまでは死なず、手に入れてしまえば完全なサーバントになるって言ってた。
死んでいない。ではセーバーはまだ輪廻の枠にとどまっているということか。他の英霊のように時間から外れたわけではないと。
ああ、そういうことだと思う。遠坂はセイバーは一人で時間に止まっているとも言ってた。
そうか。英霊のように事が済めば消えるのではなく、聖杯を手に入れるまでは英霊として駆り出されるということか。だがあれは未だ聖杯を手に入れていないため、失敗するたびに死の直前にいる自身に戻ってしまう。そうして前回の記憶を持ったまま今回も呼び出された。わざわざ死ぬために聖杯を求めるとは、英雄というのは分からぬな。そうして手に入れたところで待っているのはサーバントとして刺激されることだけだろうに。
そうだ。たとえ聖杯を手に入れてあいつが望みを叶えたところで、あいつは他のサーバントと同じになっちまうんだろう。俺にはそれが納得いかない。そもそもサーバントって何なんだ。英霊を使い魔にするっていうが、セイバーみたいに矛盾した英霊もありえるのか。
さあ、そのあたりのシステムなど知らんよ。魂の永続、その秘宝を真似て作られたのがサーバントシステムだ。こればかりは立案者であった当時の人間しか知るまい。
The divisor, eh?
魂の永続。
いや、もともとはそういうものだっただけという話だ。関係のないことだ。忘れろ。 それでエミヤしろ。つまるところ、お前はあのセーバーをサーバントではなくしたいというのだな。
Did he guess right? I certainly think Saber's situation is strange. It's fine that she wants to obtain the Holy Grail, but all that awaits her is elimination. If a king other than King Arthur is chosen, and King Arthur is no more, I think it's wrong for her to be summoned as the hero King Arthur after that. So, if she can stop being a servant and live as a normal human being...
それは不可能だ。
Oh. Ah, your intuition is always impeccable, Kotomine.
死者は蘇らない。いかに時間に止まっていようと、私たちにとってセーバーは死んだものだ。彼女を現世に呼び出しているのは聖杯の力であり、彼女が英霊になる交換条件を飲んだからだろう。聖杯を求めない彼女はサーバントとして召喚されることはない。そして聖杯を求める以上、遅かれ早かれ彼女は完全なサーバントになるだろう。たとえ今回が失敗に終わっても、彼女にはチャンスなど無限にある。セイバーは未だ時間軸にとどまっているため、聖杯を手に入れる機会を同時に行えるというわけでもないし、一度失敗した試練をやり直すということもできない。一度失敗した試練は何度やり直そうと失敗する。結果を体験しているからといって決定した結果は変えられないからな。だがそれでも聖杯を手に入れるのは時間の問題だろう。聖杯を手に入れる機会はこの聖杯戦争だけではない。聖杯に関する試練はあらゆる時代に存在する。その全てをしらみつぶしに続けていけば、いずれ聖杯は手に入れられる。そもそも彼女は結果として聖杯を手に入れるからこそ英霊として召喚されているのだ。お前のセーバーをサーバントでなくす方法など、あれがお前の前に現れた時点で存在しまいよ。
I thought so. As long as Saber seeks the Holy Grail, there's no way to stop her from being a servant. After all, she'll continue like this unless Saber herself decides to use the Holy Grail for her own sake. Even if this Holy Grail war ends and there's no need to fight anymore, she will go on to the next chance to obtain the Holy Grail if she cannot obtain it this time. When she obtains it, she'll become a heroic spirit thing and be sent out to many ages.
じゃあ聖杯を手に入れようが手に入れまいが、あいつはずっとサーバントのままなのか。
いや、そうとは限らんだろう。聖杯が本当に万能の杯であるのなら、セーバーを救うことはできる。
けど、あんたはさっきそれは不可能だと。
なあ、セーバーをサーバントでなくすのは不可能だ。だがお前が望んでいるのは、セーバーを人としてこの世にとどまらせることだろう。ならば、そう難しいことではない。聖杯戦争が終わった後、サーバントを人として生かすこともできる。もっとも、死んでしまえば死の直前にいる彼女に戻ることになるが。
それはどうやって？
英霊とサーバントは似て非なるものということだ。通常英霊として召喚される者には意志などない。連中はただ目的を果たすためだけの道具として召喚され消え去っていく。だがサーバントは別だ。あれは聖杯によって呼び出された本体だからな。それならば世界に留めておくだけで人として生きていこ
う。そんなことできるのか。前回セイバーは聖杯が壊れた時点で消えたと言っていた。聖杯がなくなってしまえばサーバントは残っていられないんじゃないのか。
無論だ。サーバントを呼び出すのは聖杯であり、その後に彼らを維持させるのがマスターの役割だ。だがそれも聖杯がマスターの後押しをしているからでね。本来魔術師一人程度の魔力ではサーバントを維持できない。聖杯という強大な魔力提供源がなければサーバントは消えてしまう。
だろうな。なら。
いや、 足りないのなら補えばいいだけの話だろ。サーバントにとって魔力提供など代償行為に過ぎない。連中の本質は魂食いだ。存在濃度が薄れ始めたのなら他人の魂で補充すればよい。
Does that mean attacking random people like Shinji did?
ふざけるな。そんなことできる
Oh
もん
my
か。
god. What do you mean don't be ridiculous? Just explaining the thing.
大体がセイバー自身そこまでして残ろうと思ってない。
Then she won't
そう
live.
か。ならばあとは聖杯の中身を使うしかあるまい。簡単な話だ。お前が真実セーバーを人として生かしたいのなら聖杯をセーバーに飲ませればいい。
You must have predicted my response. Mainly because you were a petulant child, Shiro. Listen. This man, Shiro, he would look at the tutorial that he has no idea what the fuck to do about, you know? Like, I don't know, changing an engine. When he gets to steps 3, he'll say, "No, that's not how you do it, that's not how you do it." My boy, what are you talking about? You're literally looking at a tutorial to learn. What do you mean you don't? That's not how you do it. You're learning. Same thing here. You're learning, buddy. God damn you, Shiro. Oh, but he knows the servant. Yeah, and then fucking Kotamina is telling him the whole damn thing, how the shit works. And then there's the alternative that he just said. With the consume the Holy Grail shit. If you're not gonna consume a soul, consume a Holy Grail. God damn it, Shiro. You peeve me real hard sometimes. The priest's expression tells me that he was waiting to reach this conclusion from the beginning.
それは聖杯で俺の願いを叶えろってことか。
いや、それはお前の願いとは関係がない。聖杯の中身はそういうものだ。リンから聞かなかったか。サーバントは杯に満ちた水を飲むことによって
I forgot there was water within the
生
grill.
を授けられるのだと。もっともそれはこの時代の使い魔として立場を確立したに過ぎぬがな。肉体は依然サーバントのままだが、マスターさえ存命ならばこの世界にとどまれるようになる。
けどそれは。
That hasn't solved anything. Even if she can stay in this world, it's meaningless if she's still a servant. She can't exist without magical energy from her master, and even if she stays in this world like that, she returns to that hill after she dies. And Saber wouldn't do it. She isn't interested in a second life, and she said she's going to use the Holy Grail for another purpose. Oh, first of all, the key to everything is the Holy Grail. Doesn't mean it still exists in this world?
話は分かった。結局聖杯を手に入れるしかないってことだろう。けど聖杯はあるのか。親父が壊したんならもう。
I'm pretty sure the Holy Grail War would still exist. I mean, shit. If it was destroyed then, why are you having one now? You gotta think, buddy. Critical thinking is not your expertise for some reason.
もう何かね。
聖杯がないのなら戦う理由がない。こんな馬鹿げた殺し合いは無意味だ。
戦う理由はないか。何を今さら。
There you
もと
go.
より君に理由などない。
As he says so, time freezes. No reason to fight. That's what this priest told me before. At that time, I just became a master and I didn't have much of a reason to fight. That's why I ignored it. I thought it was just sarcasm. But what about now? I have a reason to fight. If there is a Holy Grail, I want to end this fight and give it to Saber. I have a reason to fight. I have a reason to fight. Oh, god damn it. Don't. Okay. I thought you were gonna go all schizo and break. So why do his words make my body shake so much that I want to vomit?
まあよかろう。 今はエミやシローの傷を切開する時ではない。
Oh, nice. I hear a voice. A voice I do not want to hear. But it makes my mysterious nausea stop.
聖杯はある。もとより聖杯は受け皿に過ぎぬからな。なくなれば、用意した者が新しい聖杯を用意する。
Whoever that preparer is.
用意したものが新しい聖杯を用意するって、聖杯ってそんな簡単に作れるものなのか？
器を作るだけならばな。無論、相応の技術が必要となってくるが、もとよりその技術なくして聖杯戦争は成り立たなかった。もともと、聖杯とは神の血を受け継いだ杯ではなく、古より伝わる魔法の鎌が原型なのだ。お前も魔術師の端くれならば知っていよう。ユートピア。ギリシャ語でたどり着けない場所という意味を持つそこには、願いを叶える万能の鎌があるとされた。このあらゆる神話の根底にある万能の鎌を再現しようとした魔術師たちがいた。それがアインツベルン、マキリ、トーサカの三家だ。連中は何代かにわたって
We know two of those three.
万能の鎌を再現する儀式を模索し、200年前にそれを完成させた。それが1度目の聖杯戦争。人工物に過ぎない聖杯に万能の鎌を降霊させ、道を開こうとした儀式だった。
アインツベルン？それってイリアの家のことか？
そうだ。アインツベルンはラインの黄金とやらの伝承に長けていてな。こと聖杯の模造品を作る技術は神業だった。だがそれだけでは聖杯を呼び出すことはできん。ふさわしい土地と強力な呪縛が必要となる。それらを提供したのがトーサカとマキリだ。当時教会と魔術協会は係争の真っ最中だったからな。儀式には教会の目が届かない極東の地が選ばれた。アインツベルンはそれを見越してトーサカを仲間に引き入れたのだろう。トーサカはここ一帯の霊地の持ち主であり、その死は高霊術の対価だった。アインツベルンとしてはトーサカなくして聖杯召喚は不可能だった。だが二つの家だけでは容易に裏切りが起きてしまう。ことは三すくみにすべきだと考えたのか。トーサカはマキリの家系にもこの話を持ち込んだ。マキリも長い年月を持つ名門でな。こと使い魔に関しては優れた技法を持っていた。サーバントを縛る霊樹を作り上げたのもマキリだ。そうして連中は聖杯召喚に一致団結したわけだが、いざ成功してみれば残ったのは潰し合いだ。一度目の聖杯の降霊は連中が戦っている間に終わってしまったらしいな。そうして代を重ね、聖杯戦争というルールを作り、形だけは元の協力関係に戻った。トーサカはこの土地とサーバントを形作るシステムを提供し、マキリはサーバントを縛る霊樹を提供した。そしてアインツベルンは聖杯が宿る器を用意する。それらが彼らの敷いた協力関係というわけだ。
Reese continues happily as if something pleases him. But I see. They say the Holy Grail War is a ritual, but Ilya's family was the original proposer.
聖杯を用意したのはアインツベルンだからな。前回キリツグに裏切られた彼らは最強の切り札を投入してきた。おそらくアインツベルンの娘が聖杯を持っているのだろう。
Ilya has the Holy Grail? That's weird. I don't think she had anything with her. I think, if I'm correct... Oh shit, no. Damn it.
これで気は済んだか。
Fuck.
お前が何を悩むのかは私には知り得ない。
If I'm correct, we did see her with those tattoos like 3 different times. I think that is what signifies her as the Holy Grail, or at least something akin to that.
だが解決する手段は聖杯のみだ。それが分かったのなら早々に帰るがいい。
And now we're being demanded to go home. Fuck. Okay.
セーバーもつけずに出歩くのは正気の沙汰ではないぞ。
余計なお世話だ。まだランサーのマスターが残っていることぐらい。
Hold on. There's one more thing I need to ask him.
聖杯が消えればサーバントも消える。あんたはそう言ったな。
言ったが、何か問題でも。
大ありだ。何者かは知らないが、8人目のサーファントがいた。セイバーの話じゃ、あいつは前回からずっとこの場に残ってるって話だぞ。
It must have been a surprise. Kotomina opens his eyes and mutters in disbelief.
どういうことだ、琴峰。あんたなら少しはわかると思ってきたんだぞ。
消えなかったサーバントがいるということだな。そう不思議ではあるまい。前回の戦いはセーバーが聖杯を破壊することで終わったのだ。つまりセーバーの他にもう一人サーバントは残っていた。セイバーは潔く消えたが、そのサーバントが限界することを望んだのなら
He
話
stayed
は
on
変え
his
ず、
own free will or
それ
something.
は魂を食らうことで魔力を補い、この10年間生き続けたのだろう。
Well, there you
バ
go.
カな。あいつの気配は異常だった。あんなのが10年間もいたら、親父だってあんただって気がつくはずだ。
Yes. Yes, that is true.
おそらくかくまっている者がいたのだろう。そのサーバントのマスターか、もしくは
Or actually, I don't know. But I do remember that incident with the house near us, or by the crosswalk. I think it is by the crosswalk. Or should I say the crossroads? Like the second or third day, police tape being described. I think there was only just one woman killed or something. But I think that ties into this mysterious character.
もしくは、なんだよ。
聖杯戦争を知りながらマスターの資格を持ち得なかった魔術師だ。そういった人物には一人心当たりがあるのだが、それもないな。マキリのご老体はとうに隠居している。
Maybe he just tricked you. Kotomina must be satisfied as he gets up from the sofa.
話はここまでだ。今の話を聞いては監督役として放ってはおけん。
Interesting that I delivered the devastating news and you didn't know about it earlier.
そのサーバントに関しては私が調べよう。お前は残るランサーとの戦いに専念するがいい。
Kotomini walks to the exit as if there's nothing more to talk about. Well, there's certainly nothing more to be gained from being here. I leave the dark room and follow Kotomini, who leads me to the exit silently. I leave the church. Behind me,
聖杯を手に入れればセーバーは死ぬ。その意味が分かっているのだろうな、エミヤシロ。
the priest asks as if confirming it. The priest is looking down at me from the doorway. Saber will die if she obtains the Holy Grail. I already know that. Saber's goal is to obtain the Holy Grail, and she doesn't want the Holy Grail's power. When she obtains the Holy Grail, nothing will bind her. She will be freed from her situation, frozen on the verge of death, and she will die an unrewarded death on that hill.
どういう風の吹き回しだ。あんたがそんな忠告をするたまか。
なあに、 お前がセーバーに肩入れしている様は喜ばしいのでな。聖杯を手に入れてしまえばセーバーは消える。彼女と共にいたいのならば聖杯は諦めるべきだろうとな。
それこそ矛盾してる。聖杯がなかったらセイバーをとどめておけない。
聖杯に頼ることはあるまい。先ほどのサーバントの話もある。セーバーを存命させたいのなら魂を与え続ければいいだけではないか。
There you go, son.
ふざけるな。そんなことできるもんか。
I glare at the priest.
そうか。それは残念だ。
He must not even care about my glare as the priest is laughing.
ならば聖杯の中身に期待するしかないな。お前のサーバントが望まないにしても霊樹を一つ残しておけばそれでいい。お前の望みはそれで叶う。
The priest is saying that it doesn't matter even if Saber doesn't want it. That if I am a master, I can just force Saber to drink. Ah,
お
fuck.
や、失言だったか。そう睨むな。あくまで今のは忠
Yeah, yeah,
告
shut
に
the
過ぎ
fuck
ない。
up, retard. That it doesn't matter if Saber doesn't want it. If I am the master, I can just force Saber to drink using the power of the command spell. Okay. It's just that.
セイバーの意志を尊重するのもよかろう。彼女の人生だ。我々が口を出す権利はない。例のサーバントに関しては明日中に調べ上げよう。気が向いたのならもう一度訪れるがいい。
The door to the church closes. Looking up at the church, I grit my teeth telling myself that I will never come here again. I'm pretty sure this will be ironic. You're my only star? Okay. Late night, too. I crossed the Moonlight Bridge. This is the place where I walked with Saber. At that time, I was just looking at the scenery, not thinking about anything.
聖杯を手に入れればセーバーは死ぬ。その意味が分かっているのだろうな、エミヤシロ。
I know without him telling me. But why is everything so complicated? Saber must not obtain the Holy Grail, but it is the only thing that can save her.
彼女と共にいたいのならば聖杯は諦めるべきだろう。それでも存命させたいのなら彼女に魂を与え続ければいい。
I can't do that. Even if I accepted that, Saber wouldn't. She would rather disappear than do such things. She would disappear and repeat this kind of war?
ならば霊樹を一つ残しておけばそれでいい。お前の望みはそれで叶う。
Like in Fate Zero. Stop and punch at the reels as if shaking off the command spell. A hard steel sound echoes through the night. That's the only sound around here. There's no people nor cars around.
くそ。何をその気になってんだ。言って。
I'll lean on the rail and spit it out. I know I should just ignore Kotomina's opinion, but his words had a charm that made me unable to ignore them. What did I want to do and what was I trying to fight for? At first, it was to end the Holy Grail War. When did that purpose fade away and become secondary? Was it when I was obstinate about fighting by myself? Was it when I dedicated to cooperate with Saber after I painfully realized how powerless I was? Or is it from the time I made a sword for her after that night in the ruins? It's a combination of all three, buddy. Come on. I'm just trying to deceive myself with all that. I don't even need to think about it. Back then, when I met her in the moonlight in that shed, my mind was already made up. but that would have been fine. If I hadn't found out because of the dreams, this probably would have ended before I knew it. But I found out. Couldn't leave her alone and decided I didn't want to lose her. I want to stay like this. I want to keep watching her smile.
痛い。
Now the pain is creeping back. The girl, watching the sunset alone on that hill of swords. My chest hurts thinking back to it. She never had time that was her own. I just don't like that. Kuritsugu said we shouldn't let girls cry. I think a smiling face is much better than a crying one. Usually it is. That's why I was irritated when Saber wasn't smiling. But when I told her to smile, she said that it was better if she saw me smiling. It's like seeing stars through a telescope that you could never reach.
くそ。
I look up at the night sky, looking up at the star I can never reach. Drip. An unnoticed tear falls down my cheek.
俺、あいつが好きだ。
There you go. There you go, buddy. I say so to no one. However dull I am, I have to admit it. There's nothing I can do about it. I like her so much that I can cry for no reason. Bleed your heart out, son. Come on. Hey. What are you doing here? And then, or what I should say is, why are you up late? Fusaka is standing in the doorway.
父坂、お前なんで？
玄関で立ち話もなんでしょ？疲れてるみたいだし、こっち来なさいよ。
Aren't you considerate? She takes my arm without asking me and starts to walk. Oh. And takes me to her room. Oh no.
はいお茶。外寒かったでしょ？
She says so rather bluntly, but she's thoughtful.
ああ、サンキュー。
Honestly, I appreciate the hot tea. It's about an hour to the neighboring town. Since I walk slowly, my body's freezing cold.
で、綺麗のとこに行ってたの？
She asks me directly. I see. So Tosaka knew all along. But she didn't even stop me, just waited for me to come home and prepared me some tea. I've made up my mind, and I appreciate Tosaka's thoughtfulness. That must be why.
な、行ってきた。聞きたいことがあったから。
I reply honestly, not hiding anything.
そっか。じゃあ何をしてきたかは聞かない。シロもそれでいいでしょ？
そうだな。それに、あんまり身のある話じゃなかった。ただ今の状況を確認しただけだったし。
Confirm the situation, alright.
そう。でも驚いたな。セイバーがまだサーバントになりきってないだなんて。最強のサーバントがその実一番半端なサーバントだったなんて悪い冗談じゃない。
Anakin moment. Just wait for their full potential, good sir.
そうだな。セイバーはサーバントになんてならなければよかったんだ。
I nod.
意外ね。シロとアッチャー、もしかしたら気があったのかもしれないな。あいつ、
Jesus Christ.
アーチャーって、あいつが？
そう。アーチャーも言ってたわ。自分は後悔してるから、セイバーにはそうなってほしくないって。
なんであいつがセイバーの心配をするんだよ。あいつ、セイバーを嫌ってたじゃないか。
そうなんだけどね。やっぱりさ、あいつってセイバーにゆかりの騎士だったんじゃないかな。初めてセイバーと戦った時、あいつ明らかに手を抜いてたでしょ。あの時から怪しいと思ってたんだ。
そうなのか。けどセイバーはアーチャーに見覚えはないようだったぞ。
そうなの？けど セイバーは王様だったんでしょ？なら国民を全て把握していたわけでもないし、忘れてることだってあるんじゃない？
そういうこと言い出したらそれこそキリがない。顔を見て思い出せないようなやつならそれは知らないってことだと思うけど。
そうでもないわよ。伝説だとさ、アーサー王の進化には運が悪くてキャメロットを追われた騎士も多いでしょ。あいつその一人だったのかもしれないわ。あいつが正体を隠していたのは私にじゃなくてセイバーに対してだったって言うんなら割と納得がいくんだけど。
Sokka, after actively talking to me, is she trying to care for me? I don't think it's having much effort, but she's a nice girl. She's usually merciless, but she tries to help people when they're weakened. The goodness of her heart. And so we drink tea together for a while. She must have run out of patience as she looks at me seriously.
で、あなたはどうしたいの？シロ。
とりあえず明日はデートする。
I can't think of anything else, so I decide on my way home. And then... Where did that solemn atmosphere go? After making a really rude face to Sokka. Jesus Christ. Bursts into laughter.
ちょっと待って。心の準備がすごいってば、すっごいわがままぶりよ、シロ。
You are a bastard. Damn. Now that I think about it calmly, I should have known this was going to happen. I'm such an idiot.
うるさい。わがままで悪いか。そんな場合じゃないって分かってるけど、絶対に邪魔はさせないからな。
No way, Palpatine.
違う。シロがおかしくて。
Sokka hits my back, holding her stomach. Could this be the worst treatment I've taken so far?
心底笑ったわ。
She tries to catch her breath.
そりゃよかったな。こっちは全然笑えなかったけど。
デート頑張んなさい。私あなたたちのこと好きよ。
Well, at least she's supporting us truly. Sokka says so, her attitude completely changed.
おう、頑張る。
That was a real surprise attack. If she says that kind of thing with that kind of expression, all I can do is nod. I return to my room. Saber is still asleep, and the mansion is quiet like nothing has happened. Okay. Don't know what that sound effect was, but fine. It was raining today, but what will the weather be like tomorrow? Looking up at the moving clouds, I step out of character and wish for it to be sunny tomorrow. Hurry go around? Morning date? Hell yeah, brother. Time for the 14th day. I think we just have this day and then the 15th, and then I think that's it for the route. Or should I say the game? I keep on forgetting you do this shit. So, before I realize it, it's morning already. Still not morning. Well, it's technically morning now. Got that 12:24 time. I should go to sleep, but I'll probably stay up for like 5 more minutes. Before I realize it, it's morning already.
情けない。結局一睡もできなかった。
Shut the damn alarm off too, please. I stopped the alarm clock with a sigh. Today is my date with Saber, no matter what she says. I'm going to take her to places she hasn't been and play around, and the most important thing is for her to enjoy herself. I was trying to use the knowledge I don't have to come up with a plan for today, but the alarm clock went off before I could notice the time. What is it? I set the alarm clock just in case. I couldn't come up with any good plans last night, so I borrowed it from Tosaka, thinking I might take a long time to come up with a plan. It was useless in the end.
考えてみれば俺デートなんてしたことなかったっけ
Think of it as a play day with your friend, but of course you're trying to take the next step above friend or even best friend. I say again, that's the problem. Even more shocking than the fact that I couldn't get any sleep is the fact that I couldn't come up with any plan that might make a girl happy, even though I thought about it all night.
こうなったら出たとこ勝負だ。手当たり次第連れ回してあいつに楽しみってやつを思い知らせてやる。
Hell yeah! If you go to cute looking stores, she's bound to have fun. Well, I think the plan has some weak points, but I've made up my mind, so that's what I'm gonna do. It's not like I have any other ideas, so I'm going to entertain her until she gives up. That doesn't sound like the best plan, actually.
では、イリアスフィールはまだ目を覚ましていないのですか
I am worried about that now.
ええ、まだ眠ったままよ。あの様子なら目を覚ますのにもうしばらくかかりそうだけど、
Good
今日
luck.
はそれが幸いしたわね。
That is rough.
イリア、起きてればシローの後について回って邪魔してただろうし。
そうですね。今までのようにシローに同行されてはたまらない。昨夜はああなってしまいましたが、今日からは本気で残るマスターを探すのです。シローにはイリアスフィールに構っている余裕はありません。
ああ、そっちの邪魔じゃないんだけど、まあいいか。私が言っても仕方ないし、これはシローとセイバーの問題だし。
Tosaka tries to hide her laughter.
私とシローの問題ですか
Saber's expression questions me. We're done eating breakfast, so this is a good time. Saber is ready to go and search for masters, but I have willpower as well. I just need to come out with it like a man.
そのことだけどな、セイバー。今日は隣町に出るから、支度があるなら今のうちに済ませておいてくれ。
マスター探しですかそれでしたら隣町ではなく郊外の方が確実だと思いますが
No, 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 no,
そ
no,
んなんじゃ
no.
ない。二人で遊びに行くんだから郊外になんて行っても仕方がないだろう。
Oh god, it's frozen a little bit. Saber freezes. Oh god damn you, Rin. I'll really have to get back into the person who's... Oh, fuck. I'll really have to get back at the person behind her who's trying not to laugh.
シローそれはどういう意味でしょうか遊びに行くとはシローとリンではなく
俺が行くんだからついてくるのはセイバー以外いないだろう。登坂はうちでイリアの面倒を見てもらうから関係ない。
何をバカな私とシローが隣町を探索したところで成果は薄いそのようなことをしても意味がない一体何をしようというのですかあなたは
Always thinking about the end goal. Silly Saber. Gotta have fun once in a while. Saber complains directly. This is what I expected, but the future looks troublesome if she still thinks we're going to town to look for the master, even if I told her clearly.
まあ言った。ここまで言ってもわからないんだな、セイバーは。要するに、俺はデートしようって言ってるんだけど、どうかな。
Bluntly. Very blunt. Ask, ignoring Tosaka's stare. I don't know how much she understands.
そのような言い方ではわかりません具体的な内容を提示してくれませんか
God fucking damn it. Saber, we need to I don't know each other better or some shit. She asks, even less happily. That flips a switch within me. It seems like caring for her has the opposite effect when it comes to things like this. It seems it would be to both our benefits, stated clearly.
シロ、街に出るというのなら従いますが、デートをしようとはどういうことなのか説明してください。いくらこの時代に慣れていると言っても、私にも知らない単語があります。あまり専門的な略語は使わないでほしい。
You just gotta go. I was gonna say go use the internet, but I'm pretty sure that shit is still a baby at this time period.
別に専門的な単語じゃないぞ。
Yeah, just develop your lexicon.
知らないなら教えてやるけど、デートってのは女の子と遊びに行くって意味だ。
Going out to play with the girl, that's not the best thing, but you know what, whatever.
は？
Huh? Saber freezes.
女の子とは私のことを言っているのでしょうか？
Yeah. She murmurs, still astonished. When I nod, Saber frowns even more unhappily. Damn.
言葉の意味は分かりましたが、意図が全く分かりません。そんなことをする理由は何ですか？
Her reaction is unexpected. The intention of a date is obvious, but I'm a bit hesitant to tell Saber straight on.
ああ、もうそんならしくない単語を使うから勘違いさせるのよ。デートなんて言わずにもっとわかりやすい言葉で説明すればいいのに。
Well, what's simpler than date? So Sokka interrupts as if unable to ignore us.
いいセイバー。デートってのはね、要するに相引きのことなの。シロは遊びに行くって言うけど、つまるところ男の子が好きな女の子にアピールするチャンスってわけ。
Oh, nice. There you go. Hell yeah, there you go. You got the blush. You got the blush. Oh shit. You got the shiny Jirachi, buddy. I cough. Tosaka's right, but I think a date and a rendezvous are vastly different. They share parallels. I'll say that. But I shouldn't interrupt. It seems Saber finally understands what a date is.
そういうことだ、セイバー。
Yeah.
今日一日は戦わないで街に行く。そもそも昼間は人目につくから戦えないだろう。ならどう過ごしてもいいはずだ。
Oh.
それはそうですが、しかしあまりに意味がありません。そのようなことをしてもシロには何ら得るものがないのではありませんか？
I don't think we've ever seen this version of Blushing Saber.
そんなことはないけど、別にそうでも構わないぞ。今日はセイバーのために使うって決めたんだから、俺のことは気にするな。とにかく今日は絶対に街に行く。こればっかりは何を言われても変えないからな、セイバー。
Stare straight on at Saber. Oh god. After thinking with a serious face for a while.
では、私が反対した場合でも、シロは一人で街に出ると。
Ah. Man, I don't even think this is friend zone type of bullshit.
ああ、
Oh
絶対に
god.
行く。そうでなきゃ、一晩考え抜いたのがバカみたいだ。
それでは、私が付き添わないわけにはいきません。サーバントとしてマスターを一人にすることはできないのですから。
Well, I guess you got the date, but still treating it like a mission. With a deep sigh, Saber answers in a usual manner. I get really angry about her following me since she is my servant. But I managed to succeed in getting Saber out. So I just have to take Saber to places without thinking too much about it. There you go.
いってらっしゃい。お土産よろしくね。
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I gesture to Sasaka to go to hell as she makes fun of me right to the end. And we go outside.
それで具体的にはこれからどうするのですか、シロ。
We're gonna do a shotgun date, I guess.
どうするって、とりあえず隣町に出る。交差点からバスが出てるからそれに乗っていこう。
The road is awfully quiet. It's past 9 on a weekday. Town is starting to come alive, but it must be a bit too early for people to start going anywhere. There's no one out on the road, and it's like we have the place to ourselves.
そういえば学校休むのに抵抗がなくなってるな。ここのところずっと家にこもってたし。
That is true. We haven't been to school ever since that fight with Shinji. And not even that, Shinji's death.
当然でしょう。シロはマスターなのですから、おいそれと出歩く方がおかしいのです。
She replies sharply. She's walking behind me as usual, but it feels different today. To put it nicely, I feel pressure from behind me. Anyways, Saber is going to be harder to handle today. She's a bit more angsty. Oh, hey. We have never seen this before. That is interesting. You know, this is literally at the crossroads. We get on the bus. It would have been full of people an hour ago, but there aren't many people using it at this time. The only people on the bus are an old lady and a kid. So it's like we have this place to ourselves. Don't be too freaky.
一番後ろに座ろう。
Okay. Also, this shit going up and down, or just down, I guess. It looks really different to the rest of the game. I call out Saber, about to sit right at the front and sit at the back of the end of the bus. Oh, ooh. Oh. Oh, this is precious. This is just absolutely precious. Saber watches the passing scenery silently. Looking at her, I realize how crazy I'm being right now. The bus to the neighboring town is ordinary for me. But in this ordinary thing, there's something extraordinary. Well, in short, to be honest, my mind starts to twist like a Rubik's Cube, realizing we're about to go on a date. Oh. Crap, I'm really getting nervous. I take a deep breath, trying not to let Saber notice. And I know I shouldn't, but I sneak one more glance at Saber. Aw, nice. Absolutely precious. Gotta protect Saber at all costs, boys. My heart jumps. The Saber sitting next to me is a Saber I don't know. No, Saber herself is the same. All that's changed is the place, and the lighting. But still, just that makes me realize she is different. Something I didn't notice back at my place. This ordinary scene seems like a different world just because it has Saber in it. Her hair is like golden silk, and her green eyes are so beautiful that their mere presence is overwhelming. There wasn't much to compare her against up to now, so I forgot about it. I remember the first time I met Saber. I was probably avoiding her because I was embarrassed about being fascinated by her. No matter what Saber says, she is a girl before she is a swordsman for me. I didn't know how to approach her and didn't realize my feelings for her. It's stupid even for me. I was finally able to believe in Saber with everything I have. And then I decided to go on a date with her. Just those two are in the wrong order. I finally realized when our day is about to begin, just how big a deal it is to go on a date with a girl you like. But that's fine. I can only do my best, so I can't back out now. I calm myself and shake off my weak spirits. The bus has crossed the bridge and it's going into the developing area where the buildings are. I breathe out and prepare myself. The announcer I'm so used to hearing announces the next stop, Shinto Station. Ah, Boy Meets Girl 5. I don't know if... actually, no. I shouldn't say it. Also, I should save here and probably sleep. Alright, it is a brand new day. Oh, damn. What did that say earlier? It's still 9 in the morning, but the area in the front of the station is crowded. Okay. Most shops are open at 10, but cafes and bookstores are already open. There are already many more people than there were at Miyama City, and this place is as overcrowded as it is on weekends. Saber is not amused. Getting off the bus, Saber looks around unhappily. It's only natural. Saber was against this date, and people passing by are looking at her curiously. She must not feel too good about that.
まずったな。考えてみれば、朝からセイバーを連れてくれば当然こうなる。
But that's going to follow us around for the whole day. If there's a way to calm it down, it's to make Saber have so much fun that she forgets about the people staring at her.
よし。
I pound a fist and turn to Saber.
セイバー、初めに聞いておくけど、どこか行ってみたいところはあるか？せっかく来たんだから、今日ぐらいは好きなことをしてもいいだろ
う。さあ、別にこれといって興味のある場所はありませんから。そもそも私にそのような選択をする知識はありません。
So calculated with your answers, as always.
本当か？そりゃ参ったな。じゃあ本当にここからは出たとこ勝負なわけか。セイバーに行きたいところがなくて、こっちもどこに行っていいかわからないんじゃ前途多難だ。
まさかとは思うのですが、何の計画も立てていないのですか、シロ。
The plan is just to wing it, buddy. That's all there is to this.
いや、少しはあるけど、中身はガラガラ。とりあえず手当たり次第に店をはしごしよ
う。Well, that's still difficult. I know places where I won't get bored, but I can't even imagine where a girl would be happy to go to. Geez, if it's going to end up like this, I'd wish I'd gone out with a girl just once.
まったく。反論するわけではありませんが、シロはどうかしています。休憩を取ろうという考えはまだいい。ですが、その休憩すら明確な予定を立てていないとは何事ですか。
Oh, Saber enters her scolding mode. This is the first time she started to complain about something outside of the dojo. I knew she was irritated from not being up for this and being looked by curious eyes, but I didn't think she was this irritated.
かねてからあなたの見積もりの甘さには一言したかったのです。あなたは周りのことは目に入ってるくせに、どうも自身に対する扱いが存在です。結果、齟齬を埋めるためにあなた自身が対価を払わなくてはならなくなる。と聞いているのですか、シロ。
聞いてるよ。要するに今こうしているのが納得いかないんだろ、セイバー。まあ俺に連れ回されてもつまらないのは目に見えてるし、嫌がるのは当然だろうけど。
いえ、そういうことではなく、私は今はこのようなことをしている場合ではないと。
それも分かってるけど聞かない。 俺は今日一日セイバーに付き合ってもらうって決めたんだ。こればっかりはなんて言われようと曲げない。絶対だ。
I look at Saber. Saber just looks back at me in shock.
ただ言いたいことがあるなら聞く。文句もあるだろうし、そういうのは今のうちに言っておいてくれ。その方がお互い気兼ねしなくて済む。セイバーが俺とデートするのが嫌だって言うんなら別の方法だって考える。
いえ、何もそこまでする必要はないと言いますか。私は
Saber averts her gaze and runs out of words.
文句はないんだな。じゃあ行くぞ。セイバーにリクエストがないんだからどこ行ったって怒るなよ。
I'm considering an ordinary place like an aquarium. I decide and grab Saber's hand.
シロ、文句はありませんが、何も手をつかむ必要はないのではありませんか。
いや、時間ももったいないし少し走るからな。案内するからはぐれないようについてこい。
いえ、こんな状態では
I start to run without waiting for Saber's reply. Since I've talked big to Saber, I can't act miserable now. I just have to take her to every place I can think of. I run holding Saber's hand. She must have accepted it as Saber finally stops complaining and follows me quietly. Nice. Well, it's before 10 o'clock. Spend an hour just wallowing around that square? I'll make the 2 hours before lunchtime worthwhile and surprise her. Surprise her with what? To summarize, the 2 hours went by like a storm. Oh, it's silhouette now. I went to a boutique I usually don't go to. We played bowling while I taught her the rules. I couldn't find an aquarium, but we fed some birds in a park. Oh, that's cool. We also went to an antique... a fucking antique store, okay. And I still think it was best not to go to the movie theater. Anyways, I kept taking her to places a girl might like for the past 2 hours, and there were many results. Honorable defeats and total defeats. Wow. This date's an absolute bust, ain't it? But I don't think this is what people would call a date. This is more like a contest. It's still a date, what are you talking about? Get out of here, you dumbass sentence. Saber's the same as usual, no matter where I take her. And she sometimes goes so quiet that I seriously start wondering if she's really mad. She gives no reaction, so I became desperate to make her happy at this next place I take her to. As a result, I became obstinate about making Saber smile and ran around different places all morning. But it's already noon without much success. So, as Saber reminded me it's time for lunch, I decided to take a short break, but... Where are we? Oh.
なんだここ。
I complained once we're seated at the table.
昼食なら川沿いの喫茶店がおすすめよ。
That was the only advice Tosaku gave me last night. I trusted her and chose this place, but I never thought it would be so gratuitous. I look at the menu. Fortunately, the menu has a version in Japanese as well, so I have no problems reading it. But the trouble is, I can't understand what kind of food it is from the name, and the prices are outrageous.
火星かここは。何を頼んでいいのか全くわからないぞ。
You have red hair, Shiro. I groan looking at the menu.
シロ、ここには昼食を取るために立ち寄ったのではないのですか？
I hear a rather frail voice from the other side of the table.
そうなんだが、いかんせん勝手が違うというか。
You're gonna disappoint her if you keep talking like that. I raise my head, and then... There's Saber with an expression like a cornered rabbit.
セイバー？
落ち着かないのなら、今だけでも屋敷に戻りましょう。シロが用意してくれるものの方が私は好みです。
それは家に帰りたいってことか？
いえ、 屋敷に帰りたいわけではなくですね。今日はひどく緊張したので普段より疲れてしまったのです。
本当か。そっか。ここで飯にして一息ついたらまた街を出歩こうと思ったんだけど、セイバーが疲れたんならしばらくここで休憩しようか。
まさかそのようなことはありません。疲れたというのは語弊がありました。正しくはですね。
Saber stops. Okay. The small gurgling sound was fortunately small enough that only I could hear. Oh, if she was hungry, she could have just told me.
申し訳ありません。つまり昼食は早めにしてもらえると助かるということです。
了解。そうだな。面白みがないけど無難なところを頼んでみて、さっさと飯にありつこうか。
It's simple if we all want of what we want our light snacks. Order 2 things from the lunch menu and decide to eat quickly. Maybe a little too quickly. And consider what to do in the afternoon while drinking the after-coffee meal. Or after-meal coffee, meh. What I learned this morning is that anything physical is not good. Saber gets serious when it comes to contests. That's good for me, but it makes Saber stand out even more. After we finished the game, Saber got angry because she caught all the attention she wanted to avoid.
そんなわけで体を動かすのは避けると。なあセイバー、2度目になるけどどこか行きたいところってあるか？
私にですか？いえ、特にはありません。私ではわかりませんから、このままシロにお任せします。
Saying so, Saber lifts her teacup. Saber ordered English tea and seems she really likes the taste. We don't have much English tea at my place, and even if we did, it's all instant tea bags. It seems Saber was a bit dissatisfied with the drinks at my house, as she seems to like English tea. I wonder why. I should put that into consideration starting tonight. Or maybe this afternoon. That'll be better. Oh, look at her. At absolute peace. How joyous. Saber's sitting there and drinking tea. He doesn't seem happy or bored. If I had to use one word to describe her, it'd be that she looks natural. She drinks her tea, sitting up straight in the shadows of the streaming sunlight. Even though this is the first time I've seen such a thing, it doesn't seem strange. It feels like I've seen such a scene before. Why do I feel that? The Saber I know is a tense girl, who's always holding a sword and fighting.
ああ、そうか。
But it's only natural. I also know her attitude after she gets or lets go of her sword. When she stops fighting, Saber has always been calm and gentle. This scene looks natural rather than new because this is her true nature. No matter how superior she is as a swordsman, it is natural for Saber to be like this. Rather, it's normal for her to hold a sword at all. I once thought in my dreams that she wasn't suited for fighting. I don't think I'm wrong. No matter how superior her technique or no matter how many battles she's experienced. As long as she is who she is, it can't have been a comfortable place to be. So, this is natural. Saber is resting, not holding a sword. This calm scene is the way it should be. Date presents. Okay. We do the same thing in the afternoon. I go to every place I can think of, and Saber follows me silently. But it's not as painful as it was in the morning. I don't know if it's because I'm getting used to it, or whether Saber's complying. Saber still isn't talkative, but if you look closely, her expression isn't like it is when she's mad. There's a feeling of accomplishment and happiness when I see Saber leave a shop with light steps. That's cute. So, considering many factors that might make Saber happy from many angles. Oh, whoa? I'm sorry? This is definitely a department store. Don't know if we'll see this again in a future route. We might. We might. And I got nothing in the GTS. I'm a bit dubious, but I'm determined that this shop will be the best suited for Saber. Oh. Saber stands there dumbfounded. I don't know if her shoulders are shaking because she's angry or because she's deeply moved.
シロ、ここは。
街で一番品揃えのいいぬいぐるみ屋だってさ。男子禁制らしいんで立ち寄ったことはなかったけど。
Of course, there's actually not a rule like that. But since there are only women and no men, it's like an unwritten rule. To prove it, there are only girls in here. The golden-haired Saber is being stared at, but being a guy, I'm being glared at. I'm sure they want to tell me to not come into their sanctuary. I feel the same way. I would not approve of men entering this place. Okay.
ま、せっかく来たんだから周りは気にせず見て回ろう。そういえば好きな動物っているか？
Is it a lion?
その主に獅子やヒョウなどは愛らしいと思っているのですが、おかしいでしょうか。
She asked me with upturned eyes. I look away instantly and contain my laughter. The funny thing is, Saber is strange for thinking she's strange for thinking lions are cute.
シロ、今の行為は不自然です。何か言われのない怒りを覚えるのですが、私の気のせいでしょうか。
いや、悪い悪い。ライオンってのがあんまりにもセイバーらしかったんで、つい笑っちまった。
人の趣味を笑うのは良くないことです、シロ。それにライオンも悪くありません。
だからすまなかったって。お詫びにいいとこに連れてくから、それで機嫌を直してくれ。
I go into the store while trying to hold my laughter. It looks like the stuffed animals are that way. Looks like the same place. So, it's taken about an hour to go around the store. I looked at Saber staring at stuffed animals and felt really nervous with all the girls there. Anyways, it was the most tiring hour so far. But the worst part is, we've only looked through half the store. Oh my. Actually, is this based on a real area? Where's this city based off? Kobe? Let me check real quick, if I can. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't find anything. So, maybe it's just a generic department store. It took us this long to look at just half of it because Saber was frequently paralyzed. I mean, Saber kept staring down stuffed animals. It looks like Saber is interested in the other half too, so I'll have to accompany her.
シロ、どうしたのです、ため息をついて。歩き通して疲れてしまったとか。
ああ、ちょっと疲れた。こんな程度で音を上げるほどやわじゃないんだけどな。ここは特別だ。やっぱり慣れないことはするもんじゃないのか。
I let out a big sigh. I don't mind being looked at by other people while walking with Saber, but a girl's only place like this is really uncomfortable. Boredom sometimes tires one's body.
そういうセイバーは大丈夫か？こういう店初めてだろ？疲れたんなら言ってくれ。
確かに私も落ち着きませんが、シロの方が居心地が悪そうです。ここだけではなく、先ほどの店もその前の店でもそうでした。 まさかとは思うのですが、シロは自分で行きたくない場所を選んでいるのではないですか。
For me, Saber's words are enough to cast away my worries.
そうだな。正直に言えばあえて苦手なところを選んでるけど。
やはりどうかしています、シロ。慣れないと分かっていて、なぜこのような場所ばかり選ぶのです。それではあなたが。
いや、だって女の子にはこういう場所のが似合うだろう。遊びに行こうって連れ出したのは俺なんだから。今日はセイバーの日なわけだし。それにそう居心地悪くないぞ。セイバーがいるから大丈夫。隣にこれだけ美人がいるんだから、妬まれることはあれ、場違いだって思われることもないし。
何をバカな。武装していなくても私はサーバントです。いかに非戦闘時だからといって私を女性扱いする必要はありません。普段通りサーバントとして扱ってください。
バカはそっちだ。普段通りも何も、セイバーは初めっから女の子じゃないか。別に今日だけ気を使ってるわけじゃないし、今日の俺っていつもと違うか。
In astonishment, Saber opens her mouth as if she just realized that.
いえ、同じです。あなたはいつも通りのシローでした。
だろ。だから俺に気を使う必要なんてないぞ。ほら、それじゃ行こう。一番気に入ったものを買うんだから、あと半分も見ないとダメだろ。
I take Saber's hands, and Saber starts following
そう
me.
でした。
Silently follows me.
初めからそうだったのに今になって気がつくなんて。
She murmurs to herself. Parting at the bridge, okay. Is the 14th day really just going to be a full-on rest day? The unusual day goes by quickly. Saber never laughed, nor could I laugh from my heart. It's not like there was any memorable moments, nor were it so boring that I regret it. To be frank, this was nothing. Saber might have been happier if we'd stayed at the mansion and trained together. But today wasn't bad. It wasn't fun or boring, but I can't be proud of it in the end. After the battle is over and everything goes back to normal, it would be too sad if all the time Saber and I had was spent fighting. Even if it's something stupid, she has to spend some time not fighting, or there's no point of her being here. So I can be proud of myself for now. The end is near. When everything comes to an end and when there's no more need to fight. If Saber will remember this moment and remember that this happened, that alone is enough for me to be proud of. We go home on foot, because Saber said,
帰りは歩いていきましょう。
just as I decided to go home by bus. Ooh, chilly. There's some wind now. The vivid setting sun is lighting the bridge red. Huh? Saber notices something and stops. She's watching a mountain of rubble. It's not that tall even though it's a mountain of rubble. Steel frames and the legs are piled right up to the water surface, are slightly distorting the flow of the river. I don't know why, but it seemed like its ship sank or something, and pieces of it flowed into a mountain. I heard the local residents have been demanding its removal for a long time since it damages the beautiful sight.
なんだよセイバー、あれが気になったのか。
いえ、まだ残っていたのかと。あれの原因は私ですから。前回の戦いで水上戦を余儀なくされ、ここで宝具を使ってしまった。被害は川を干上がらせただけでしたが、運悪く停泊していた船を巻き込んでしまったのです。
はあ、巻き込んだってまさかエクスカリバーにか。
そうなのですが、幸い乗客はいませんでしたし、被害も大きくなかったんです。川だって今では元通りですし、そう怒らなくともいいではありませんか。 私だって反省しているのですから。
I should have watched out. I have to take care to not only use Excalibur in an open place like this.
シロ、まだ怒っていますか？
いや別に怒ってない。ただびっくりしただけだ。あとはまあ前回の名残って結構あるんだなって。中央公園のあれのに比べたら川の瓦礫なんて問題じゃないだろう。まあ船の持ち主は災難だったとは思うが。
That's true, but isn't that battle that's referenced here basically near the beginning of Fate
それは
Zero?
ご安心を。
あ
船の持ち主には保険が下りたと桐次が言っていましたし、もともと緩衝材にするつもりで船を止めさせたのですから。船体を壁に見立てて宝具の威力を削いだのですね。
なんだ、じゃあ初めから承知で船を壊したってことか。
承知していたわけではありません。あれは桐次が私に黙って用意していたものです。そうですね、桐次には戦いの流れが読めていたのでしょう。船を用意する前もその後も一言も口にしなかったので気がつきませんでしたが。
Saber looks down at the river yearningly. The water surface reflects the sunset. The wind coming from the river is a bit strong and flutters Saber's hair. Is it because she looks so beautiful like
セ
that?
イバー、今日は楽しかったか？
I was assaulted by a sudden fear that Saber might just disappear, and asked something I don't need to ask.
はい、
Oh,
何か言いましたか、シロ？
言った。今日は楽しかったか聞いた。
she gasps. Saber opens her eyes in amazement. There's so many good categories again, or candidates, I should say, for the thumbnail. Precious memories, man. Precious memories.
そうですね、新鮮でないと言えば嘘になります。
She says so in a voice of hope, as if such a thing will never happen again. I knew what her answer would be. All I can do now is nod and just go home. Everything can return to the way it was. Just like that.
そうか。
I nod, looking at Saber.
ならまた行こう。こんなの別に今回限りってわけじゃないんだから。
And I say something I won't be able to take back. Aw. Saber freezes. She must have realized what she
Oh, hang on a minute. He's stopped. He's given up.